Hello friends, welcome to the second part of sampling and its types. So in the first part we covered first three topics of this video, that is what is sampling, why do we need sampling, and a different type of sampling techniques. In this video we will be covering all 5 points which is displayed on the screen, that is from what is sampling to types of non-probability sampling. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Let's cover the probability sampling and non-probability sampling on a very high level as it was covered in the first part of the video, whose link will be provided in the description. You can go through that. So in probability sampling, every element of the population has equal chance of being selected, whereas in non-probability sampling, all elements do not have equal chance of being selected. Now let us go through the different types of probability sampling first. Now coming to the first type of probability sampling, that is simple random sampling. So this is a type of sampling technique you must have come across at some point. Here every individual is chosen entirely by chance and each member of the population has equal chance of being selected. As you can see image on the right side, there are 5 balls out of 20 are selected randomly. Now let us learn about systematic sampling, which is second type of probability sampling. So in this type of sampling, the first individual is selected randomly and others are selected using fixed sampling interval. Let's take an example. In the given image, there are 20 balls, out of which 5 balls are selected as a sample. So you can see 3 as a random selection, and after that, every fourth ball is selected uh, as a next sample. So you can see 3, and after that the fourth ball is 7, and after that the fourth ball is 11, and after that there is a fourth ball that is 17, and so on. Coming to the third type of probability sampling, that is stratified sampling. So in this type of sampling we divide the population into subgroups called as strata. So hence this type of sampling is also called as stratified sampling based on the different traits like gender, category, etc. So in the right side image you can see there is a subgroups, that is strata, is formed based on the color of the balls. So there are, you can see 4 balls of red, 4 balls of yellow. Those are the strata. So out of which one sample is picked from each strata. So that is a kind of stratified sampling. Now coming to the fourth type of probability sampling, that is cluster sampling. So in cluster sample, we use the subgroups of population as a sample unit rather than individuals. The population is divided into subgroups known as clusters, and a whole cluster is randomly selected to be included in the study. So you can see in the right side image there are uh, f- 5 clusters. So first row item is one cluster, second row item is second cluster, third row item is third cluster, out of which one cluster is selected as a sample, that is the fourth row of the balls is selected as a sample. Now we are going to start non-probability sampling, where all elements of the population do not have equal chance of being selected as a sample. In this, the first type is convenience sampling. So this is perhaps the easiest method of sampling because individuals are selected based on their availability and willingness to take part. Here, let's say individual numbers 4, 7, 12, 15 and 20 want to be part of our sample, and hence we include them in the sample. Convenience sampling is prone to significant bias because the sample may not be representation of specific characteristics such as religion or say the gender of the population. Now, second type of non-probability sampling is quota sampling. In this type of sampling, we choose items based on the predetermined characteristic of population. Consider that we have to select individuals having number in multiples of 4 for our sample in this given example. So you can see the numbers which comes in the table of 4. Those are selected as a sample for this. Now the next type is judgmental sampling. It is also known as selective sampling. It depends on the judgment of the expert when choosing whom to ask to participate. Suppose our expert believe that numbered 1, 7, 10, 15 and 19 should be considered for our sample as they may help us to infer population in better way. As you can imagine, quota sampling is also prone to bias by the experts and may not necessarily be representative. Now the next time type uh, in non-probability sampling is snowball sampling. So I quite like this sampling technique. Existing people are asked to nominate further people known to them, so that the sample increases in size like a rolling snowball. So this method of sampling is effective when the sampling frame is difficult to identify. Here we had randomly chosen person 1 for our sample, and then he or she recommended person 6, and person 6 recommended 11, and so on. So we had sample 1, 6, 11, 14, 19. Now there is a significant risk of selection bias in snowball sampling, as the referenced individual will share common traits with the people who recommends them. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. Please feel free to comment for the topics you wish to see as a next video on this channel. Do like, share, and comment for more such videos. I hope you would have enjoyed this whole informative video. We would appreciate if you comment your thoughts about the video. Thank you.